Hi all, and thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Eatin' Out in Vegas. I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Kathy, who is the one that recommended this week's restaurant. It is Giuseppe's Bar and Grill. She was actually recommended the 6065 South Durango location, and when I went to look up the directions for it, I found that they actually have a second location, which is 2630 West Horizon Ridge in Henderson. This is the one that we ended up choosing to go to, and it is a wonderful gem of a place that we found. I mentioned previously before, I've actually been having a hard time finding Italian restaurants with pricing under $20 a plate. And this place is very, very reasonably priced. They do have some of the higher priced stuff, but majority of the stuff is well under $20 a plate. Fantastic food. Some of the other things that they do is they do banquets and parties, and they have all the prices and the menus online. And they also have to-go trays, and they have the pricing online for that as well. So it's very helpful to know that, because if you're into entertaining, whether it's a Christmas party or birthday party or whatnot, you can go order these to-go trays, and it tells you how many they feed and the price of the tray, and so fantastic feature on their website. Their website is very, very user-friendly, so I recommend going up there. You can see the menu. They did run out of takeout menus, so the menus that I have scanned in, I actually printed from their website, so it'll give you an idea of what there is. They have a lunch menu and a dinner menu, and they don't look too terribly different just at a glance, but you just have to look carefully because they do mention the specials and whatnot that are on there. Also, this place is open 24 hours. They have indoor and outdoor dining, so depending on the weather, you may want to consider, spending an evening outdoors. And very beautifully done. You'll see in some of the pictures, the Christmas decorations that they had up were fantastic. Beautiful. So to start out, they have your bread and the traditional oil and vinegar at the table for you to munch on while you're waiting for an appetizer. We did choose to get an appetizer, and what we got was the stuffed hot peppers. Now, I'm not quite sure what the pepper was. They were actually very large, and it's stuffed with sausage and melted cheese. And there's a total of 6 of them. And they had them served on like some toasted bread. It almost looked like garlic bread. And they're not hot peppers, so they're not spicy. They've actually got a fantastic flavor to them. So it is heat friendly for the people that have issues with spicy. 2 of our meals that we had came with salads. Now, one thing that I was a little disappointed with was our server. And we got a gal, and I'm not going to mention the name. I was definitely not blown away by her customer service skills. All I know is that there was a guy that was there that was waiting on these other tables around us, and he had a fantastic personality, and I, said a couple times I kind of wish we had gotten him. Very personable, and, listened to him talk to the different customers around him, and kind of made it like, he'd almost known these people for a while. The part with our salad was we were asked if we wanted a salad with our meal, which was an additional $2. I was looking at the menu, and it said either a dinner salad or a Caesar salad. And had I been given the choice, I would have definitely ordered the Caesar. So we got out the dinner salad. I'm not a big olive person. I think I've mentioned that before. And it did have olives in it, and I just kind of moved them away to the side. Also had, I believe, garbanzo beans in it as well. And I ordered their house dressing, and I believe my daughter had their Italian dressing. I probably could have used a little bit more dressing than what was there. But overall, it was, pretty good salad. Then for our main meals. So, my husband ended up having the meatball sub, and he really liked it. He gave me part of the meatball with that, and I was impressed. It held together. It was nice, compact. It had a great flavor to it, and he really liked it. For matter of fact, between the bread that we were served at the table and his sandwich, he was actually stuffed afterwards. No room for dessert. And then my daughter ended up getting the rigatoni Italiano, and it had sausage, meatballs, onions, green peppers, and tomato wine sauce, and she really liked it. And again, the portions for here are fantastic. She ended up taking home a good portion of her meal as well, so she had leftovers. Now for mine. There's a little bit of a faux pas here. When I went to order mine, I asked our server for her recommendation. She said that herself, she is very partial to mushrooms, and so she recommended 2 other dishes, and I really wasn't in that mushroom kind of mode, so I asked it for something else, and she suggested the pappardelle bolognese or the rigatoni, which is what my daughter had. And I wasn't going to order the same thing my daughter had, because the whole purpose of my channel is to feature a bunch of different stuff so that we have a wide variety of items to critique and inform the public about. So I went with the pappardelle bolognese. I don't know if it was an off night. I don't know if there's something special they do to this sauce. I'm not quite sure. I didn't like it. For a matter of fact, so much so that I had my husband try it. He didn't like it. I had my daughter try it. She didn't like it. So I figured, well, my mom's kind of like Mikey. She'll eat anything, pretty much. So I thought, okay, I'll take it home to her. She'll get a meal. And I figure I'll just order something else. Now, I probably should have gone with my gut instinct initially when we were ordering. Anytime that I go to a new Italian restaurant, I like to try to order the lasagna, because to me, that is the true test is lasagna. So she went ahead and she put a rush on it and sent it, went to the kitchen and got it, and came out relatively quickly. And oh my gosh, fantastic. Love, love, love the lasagna. It definitely should have been what I ordered to begin with. I mean, it was phenomenal. The waitress really didn't offer a solution to the fact that I didn't like her recommendation. So again, the service portion of things with this particular waitress, I wasn't too terribly thrilled with. She said she was going to take it away. That was basically, her answer was just to remove it. And I said, no, I'll take it home. So I took it home, had Mom try it. She didn't like it either. Like I said, I don't know what was up. I've had bolognese before and never had a problem with it. Anywhere that I've gone, I've never had a problem with it. So that being said, the next day, kind of thinking, okay, I've got this huge dish. I don't want the food to go to waste. So I contacted the manager the next day. Super, super sweet lady. Her name was Camille. Very, very nice. I explained to her who I was, what I was doing, that I was critiquing the restaurant and everything, that I did not like this, and she did offer to make me something completely different. And, you know, that wasn't my purpose in letting her know. But I did ask if I could get a different sauce. So she said, not a problem. And I came down and I actually picked up a spicy tomato sauce from them. They're super fantastic about it. Had it all heated up, ready to go. When I brought it home, poured it on the pappardelle bolognese, which, by the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, in case you're wondering, the pappardelle bolognese uses wide fettuccine egg noodles in a rich meat sauce with bacon, finely chopped veggies, wine, and it's finished with a cream and then some Parmesan. So again, you know, I've had that type of dish before. Never had any problems. When I added the spicy tomato sauce to it, it totally 100% fixed it. The spicy sauce was fantastic. So, you know, the meal didn't go to waste. And, you know, so not quite sure what anybody wants to do with that. You know, by no means me not liking it or the other people that tried it not liking it has anything to do with their food, because everything else that we've had was absolutely fantastic. And you know, it just could have been an off night for that dish. I don't know. But I highly recommend this restaurant. And you're going to see some pictures pop up of the parking lot. Let me tell you, this place, they know what they're doing with their food. Because if they didn't, that parking lot wouldn't look the way that it does. It was so packed that we had to park in the next parking lot, completely removed from their area that was there. They share their parking lot with Dottie's. But there's more than enough parking there. We had to park further out in the parking lot in front of, I think it was a shoe repair store. Oh, yes. Which, by the way, you'll see some interesting cars for this shoe repair store. Just thought it was kind of neat, and toss it into the video so that you can see what a high-heeled shoe car looks like. While we were there, also, I should say, while we were there getting the sauce, we decided, since we didn't have room for dessert, the previous night, we decided to order some desserts to go. And I apologize, I do not have a picture of their dessert menu, and they do not publish their dessert menu on their website. So if you guys are watching, that may be something that you might want to add to your website, is the dessert menu, because holy cow, the desserts are fantastic. I mean, I alone would go there just to order dessert and take it home. And that just may happen because there were so many desserts I didn't get to try because we decided to only take home 2 and not be gluttonous. My husband chose the 7-layer cake. And I would actually like to see a picture of what this cake looks like whole, because this thing was ginormous. And I apologize. We were so excited to dig into the desserts that I didn't take a picture of them when they were whole. So I tried to take as best of a picture as I could with what we had left over when I finally thought to take a picture. Now, mine was also the same way. I ended up getting the peanut butter pie, and it took me 3 days to eat it. I mean, literally, I cut it into thirds. And, you know, I've mentioned before, I'm diabetic, so I shouldn't be eating big, huge portions of sweets like that anyways. But it was so big that they were, it being cut into thirds, I probably was still eating a little bit more than what I should have. This place has got their portions, I would say perfect, only because if you're a big eater, you're going to be left satisfied. If you're a little eater, you're going to have a couple days of leftovers. And I think that's fantastic. I enjoy being able to take home part of my meal and having it for lunch the next day. So, but again, yeah, if they could post on their website their dessert menu, that would be fantastic, because they also have cannolis. They have tiramisu, which I've mentioned before is one of my favorites. They also had cheesecake, and I think there was one other item I wanted to try, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, you know, this place was really good. Thank you so much, Kathy, for recommending it. She actually hasn't had a chance to go there herself, so I was kind of like the guinea pig for her. So, you know, it's an A+. It definitely high up there on the list of places that I'm definitely going to go back to. Like I said, very reasonably priced. Portions are fantastic, and you should definitely go and give Giuseppe's a try. Anybody, if you have any questions, if you have any other restaurants that you would like me to try, I have no problem being the guinea pig and going out, checking it out, seeing what it's like, and coming back and giving you guys a review. Thanks again, Kathy, for the recommendation. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and if you subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell. And you guys have a great week.